Now we wish to call upon Srimati Hansa ji Jayadeva Yogendra, the director of the Yoga Institute, Santacruz, Mumbai. May I request my host colleague to get acquainted our audience with the chairperson of today's function, Srimati Hansa ji.
Shakespeare says, what is there in a name? But Fred Rogers says, name is a four-letter word, and like a tape or zoom or face or life, what ultimately matters is what we do with it. Hansa means symbol of soul, one who is transcendent and above the bodily senses. As said in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, a person who neither rejoices upon achieving something pleasant nor laments upon obtaining something unpleasant, who is self-intelligent, who is unbewildered, and who knows the science of God and is already in transcendence. Hansa, the name itself, lends itself well to Hansaji's strong commitment to the ego-less state, a state where desire, attachment, hatred, anger and fear have no place. You are the embodiment of Indian womanhood and an inspiration to all of us. You are the director of the Yoga Institute Mumbai, the first organized center of yoga in the world, and also the president of International Board of Yoga, along with shouldering the responsibilities of in charge the accreditation committee, being the member of Indian Yoga Association. You have been a productive contributory in the field of yoga, whether it is spreading yoga education to impact the lifestyle of the mass or promotion of research-oriented activities. You have always been among the pioneers. In the field of academia, you are involved with the National Council for Educational Research and Training as an advisor for formulating a yoga education syllabus for schools nationwide. Today, we have a lot of valuable books authored by you in English, Gujarati and Marathi, mostly about therapeutic and prophylactic aspects of yoga. We feel ourselves proudly privileged to inform our audience that the American Biographical Institute, USA, has recently selected Honorable Hansaji as Woman of the Year for her outstanding accomplishments and setting noble example for her peers and entire country.
Today we have the right person to chair this grand ceremony, Srimati Hansa ji Jayadeva Yogendra. Dear audience, please welcome the noble lady from the East of Blue with a big round of applause.
Well, namaste everybody. I am very glad to be here, and that too at this place, Ujjain, where you know how great this place is. When we use the word Sare Jahan Se Acha, Hindostan Hamara, this is what it mentions, that this central India was supposed to be the place where our entire heritage was carried out, and it's there. And I'm very glad that Radheshyam Mishra is now doing something to see that real yoga, which is called as classical yoga, is maintained correctly. Unfortunately, as you all know, the type of yoga which has been getting popular is all such type of yoga. I don't know how many of you must have heard these. There is something like hot yoga, power yoga, sex yoga, kickboxing yoga, and above all, doga. Dogs also learn yoga. It is very funny. Yoga is being combined with everything now. Yoga mats, yoga, etc., etc. All yoga, yoga, yoga. Now, among all this chaos, exactly what yoga is, I think so people won't know. But whatever is marketized well, people just follow that. And this is how the world is going. So, the Yoga Institute, Santacruz, Mumbai, is somehow holding on that purity of yoga, functioning very quietly, teaching yoga as a way of life, a holistic approach to life. Yoga is not something which has to be done separately, like 1 hour of asanas, 1 hour of pranayam, 1 hour of meditation. I would call them a selfish people. They are just bothered about themselves. A child is crying, you can't play with your child, but no, I have to do my asanas. Such personalities. But this is how yoga has become now. And so, at the Yoga Institute, we are trying to hold on to that pure yoga, and now Pandit Radheshyam Mishra has taken that responsibility, and he is also going to do the same. And so I am here to give him all my strength, all my love and blessings. As you all know, yoga means union. Union of your consciousness with universal consciousness, Atma ka Paramatma ke saath milan. Yoga is nothing else but concentration. Union of yourself with an object of concentration. Object could be God, object could be anything. It could be work. Excellence in work itself is yoga. Skill at work is yoga. Balanced state of mind, samatvam yoga ujjate. Balanced state of mind is yoga. Somehow, yoga is a culture of consciousness, or to simplify that, science of awareness. We are supposed to be aware every moment, and once we do that, we are following yoga. If a person is thinking before doing any action, he is doing yoga. If a person stops reacting in life, but acts only according to the situation, according to what his duty is concerned, is yoga. Somehow, we have to follow the path of dharma, duty. Whenever we are in trouble, whenever something goes wrong with us, health, we have to watch ourselves. Because God has made every human different. Every human is sample by itself. Hum sab ek ek namune hai. And every human is potentially divine. So the main thing is that every human has to go within himself to find out why the sickness has come, why there is a problem. Nothing happens suddenly. Because of some reason, something happens. If I have a headache, some reason. If my digestion is weak, some reason. Now I have to find out what is my body, who am I, what am I, why such things happen in me. I have to accept myself. I have to try and improve my weaknesses if I have any. Some or other area is bound to be weak in our system, so work hard. And I have to find out how to use yoga technology part in some little way and the other aspects to uplift myself. Rather, by doing lots of studies at the Yoga Institute, we have come to the conclusion that there are these 4 areas which even Ayurveda mentions. Either something is wrong with our food, so the problem comes. I don't know how many of you would be agreeing with me, but we have too much sensitivity about food. We are too much indisciplined about food. Watch any animals and you would notice that they would never ever overeat. Watch any animal, like maybe a horse. I give you an example. A horse is going to eat grass throughout his life. He would never ask for any non-veg or any Chinese dish or any Mughlai dish, only grass. So this simple, disciplined life which nature has, we don't have. We are also part and parcel of nature, but somehow we don't have that. We are totally indisciplined people, totally spoilt people, I would say, and so we get into trouble. So food, eating food, even under the name of prasad, under the name of pujas, under the name of all other religious activities, we ultimately end up eating, overeating and creating lots of problems for our